So let's get started. Today, I'm going to talk about creating your holiday content calendar. It feels both like way too early and also kind of crazy that we're halfway through October, but it's the perfect time to start thinking about your holiday content. So whether that's for your social media or for the blogs you're writing, whatever it is that you're planning to do during the holidays, it's really helpful to start thinking about it now. So we're going to touch a little bit on that and just kind of walk through some of the big key things to talk through. Okay, so the three things I want to talk about today are how to pick and when to pick your offer promotional focus and why it's important to focus on one or two specific things. We're going to talk about how to create a solid landing page and then also how to plan your content, create and schedule it. So that can be super, super daunting, especially in the middle of a holiday rush, even with everything that's going on this year. I'm sure the holidays will be just as hectic and crazy as always, in just a new way. So definitely wanting to plan ahead is going to be your biggest help to your future self. So those are the three things I want to touch on today. So let's get started. All right, first you're going to choose your offer. So I would pick one thing, maybe two, depending upon how you want to run them. This could be something like a discount. Maybe you're offering a product at a lower cost, or you're offering a service at a lower price. Whatever it is that you're offering, pick one thing to focus on, and then you can adjust your content according to the holiday. So like maybe during Thanksgiving, you're offering a certain level of discount. And then in Christmas, maybe you double it or just increase it a little bit. So pick something that you want to do that's going to be really helpful to grow your business. The second thing you're going to want to do is to set up the back end process and work out any of the glitches. That's why it's really helpful to do it now instead of waiting until the week of or a couple weeks out. So for example, if you're doing a discount on a service or product, there's going to be some kind of back end setup that you need to implement, right? You're going to have a certain code, or maybe you're going to change the pricing on all of your platforms. However you need to do it, make sure that you go through that process and try it out now and make sure that you have it all set up so there's no glitches or issues. The last thing you want to do is spend the holidays trying to figure out why someone can't get their 20% off, right? So go through, update that, think about the process you want to take them through, and really focus on the little details. The other great thing about the holidays is you get to be really fun and festive with it, and you can be a little bit creative. So think about what it is that you want someone to experience, what you want them to feel, and how you want to create that opportunity for them to get to know you or to purchase from you. So that's the first thing. Choose your offer and then stick with it. The second thing is you want to create your landing page. So there's a couple of different things that you want to make sure you do for any landing page. I have a couple examples for us, but the main thing is you just want to keep it simple. So whether you're using a platform like MailChimp or you're adding a standalone page on your website, you're going to want to make sure that the design is nice and branded, but also very simple. You don't want to clutter up your page with a lot of extra content or distracting information. The second thing, kind of going off that, is you want to include the necessary and important information. So if there's specific guidelines regarding a giveaway or a discount or anything like that, you're going to want to make sure you include that, and then also include why this is helpful. So think about kind of how you're going to sell this. So maybe someone clicks on a Facebook ad that you're running that talks about a 20% discount on a service or a product. Well, explain to them why that service or product is going to benefit them and how it's going to help improve their lives, right? Because they're there because they want 20% off, but now you have to help them to understand why they should purchase the product or service in the first place. So include that information, but keep it simple and concise and easy to read, and then have a clear call to action. So that's why it's also helpful to keep it simple, is you don't want to be taking someone to your blog and your podcast and your shop and all these different things. There's one purpose for this landing page, and it's to get them to purchase or to sign up or to do something. Whatever it is that you want them to do, that should be the main and only call to action on that page. That way there's not a whole lot of extra things that can distract them and keep them from taking that action. All right, so let's look at a couple of examples. So this first one is from Shopify. couple of reasons why it's really great is it's really simple, right? There's not a whole lot of extra design stuff. There's not even like a header at the top with a menu. And there's a very clear call to action right there at the top. So they have that email where all they're asking is your email. So you really only have to do one or two things. You have to write in your email and then click that button. And so it's right there and really helpful. Sell online with Shopify. Okay, that's what they're offering to help you to do. And then they validate themselves by saying that they're trusted by over 400,000 businesses worldwide, which I'm pretty sure that number's jumped up a little bit since this ad probably came out. And then they have some really nice simple graphics, right? So people can see what websites look like on their platform. And then right below that is where they have some helpful information. So they talk about the different themes, they talk about your pricing, how it's low priced, and how trusted they are, right? They have that twice on this one page. Without even having to scroll, you can see that over 400,000 people are trusting Shopify with their businesses worldwide. So this makes it really simple for someone to pop onto this page and know exactly what they're getting, know exactly what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to enter their email and get started with Shopify. So this is a great landing page. Another great option is this one from Airbnb. So again, this one's pretty simple, but it looks a little different. Right, so it's talking about hosting and being an Airbnb host. And so you can sign up to be a host and it's listed there multiple times. So there's the clear call to action with that big red button. And then it's still aesthetically pleasing. It's branded, it matches, there's a person there so you can kind of connect a little bit more. And there's some more information. So if you were to scroll down on this page, there'd be even more information about being a host, but you can click in and read all of the insights there. This one does have their menu at the top, and so that can be really helpful if you're looking for more information, but it's still very simple. It's not overpowering, and it's not calling you to do anything different. They want you to learn about being a host and start hosting. So this one's another great example. All right, this third one I really like. And I like it because they're getting a lot of information, but it's very, very clear the purpose of this page, right? So the clear call to action is that they want you to create an account and they want you to put in that information. And it's 5 pieces of information, so it's not a lot, but it's still enough that it's going to take some kind of action, right? And it's very aesthetically pleasing. It's not overpowering, but it's bright. So I can easily see it. I know, oh, okay, I'm on this page. I need to do something. And then they have more information below that's a little less bold and kind of in your face, right? So you can go and learn more if you want to, but they ultimately want you to take that action. So those are a couple examples of really good ones. Some poor examples would be if you were to have like a bunch of information all over or a lot of different directives, that could just be super overwhelming. All right, the next piece, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in depth, is you want to start creating your content. So look at the calendar and pick out what holidays you want to promote. So if you, for example, want to do something around Black Friday and Thanksgiving, there's a lot of things going on around that time, right? So you've got Thanksgiving itself, you've got Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, and then Giving Tuesday. So that's 5 things within those 6 days. And so that's a lot of content for you to create and to really capitalize on, and everybody's going to be doing it. So taking time to plan out, okay, do I want to post something on Thanksgiving? If I do, what do I want it to be? How is it going to stand out from someone else? Is there going to be a clear call to action that I want someone to take? And if that's the case, how am I going to do that? How am I going to grab their attention when everyone is going to be doing the same exact thing? Or maybe you're going to look at it and say, okay, I'm a small business, so I definitely want to post something on Small Business Saturday, but I don't have anything for Black Friday that I want to do, or Cyber Monday. Those are 2 things that I'm not really participating in. Then you can kind of cancel those out, and maybe you can post something a little less, action oriented. You could just say happy, Black Friday, or I hope everyone has a great Black Friday. Whereas on Saturday, you're going to really want to push and promote and say, hey, help support a local business and, purchase from us on Saturday. Or, you could lead up to that. So let's say you're not doing something for Thanksgiving or Black Friday or any of the days surrounding Small Business Saturday, you just want to focus on a discount that you're running just for that 24-hour period on Saturday, then you can post all week leading up to that Saturday and talk about what you're offering. So if you're offering a big discount, or maybe you are hosting some kind of event, virtual or otherwise, you're going to want to be posting about that on Small Business Saturday and getting people excited about it, so that when you post on Saturday, people will know and expect it and be looking for it. So think through those things. And then don't think just about Thanksgiving and the November holidays, but think about Christmas time and December as well. There's a lot of things going on in December beyond Christmas. There's Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, then we have the New Year, and there's like so many things that go on during these last couple months. So pick what makes sense for you and for your business. Maybe you don't celebrate Christmas, or maybe that's not something that your business, that you want to use for your business. That's fine. You can pick something else. But thinking about it ahead of time is really helpful, and recognizing what your competitors are going to be doing will help you to create content to stand out. So a lot of people will be posting around Christmas time, right? They'll be offering a lot of sales and deals and giveaways and a bunch of different things. And so if you are not going to be doing that, make sure you understand what your competition is doing and how you can differentiate yourself. So that can be really helpful to just look at the calendar and see what's coming up and pick and choose what you want to participate in. Now, maybe you are going to do something for every single one of the holidays, and that'll be really, really helpful if you want to do that ahead of time to plan out exactly what you're going to be doing. So maybe you're going to do something for Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Small Business Saturday and Giving Tuesday. That's great. Plan it out ahead of time, and then that way you don't become so overwhelmed when those days arrive or a week out while you're also trying to figure out what to do for Thanksgiving. So definitely plan it out, and then start creating your content now. So there's a lot of different pieces of creating your content, and most likely if you're creating your own graphics, you're going to need to update them, right? You're going to want to create something that goes with the season and that makes sense. Posting a picture of you on the beach in the middle of December may work for what you're doing, but it may also kind of confuse people. Maybe posting something about the fall and about holidays, or about, Christmas time or holiday season, whatever it is, creating those graphics that are going to make sense with the time of the year can take a little bit of extra effort if you don't already have them created. And then also researching hashtags. There's a lot of different things going on. There's so many different holiday hashtags, but not all of them are going to be helpful for your business and for your marketing, work. And so take some time to research them. See if Santa Claus or Santa are actually hashtags you want to use for a Christmas post, because maybe there's content on those hashtags that don't match with what you're doing. So really get creative, see what's out there, see what new trends people are using and how you can use that to help boost your posting. And then I would just go ahead and schedule it. The really nice thing about using schedulers is you can create it ahead of time and then just schedule it out and not really have to worry about it. You can check in each day that it's supposed to post and make sure that it's posted correctly, but save yourself a lot of time, hassle, and stress by doing this work ahead of time. Plan it out, create content, and really think through what is going to be most helpful for you. All right, so like I said, we have a couple of holidays, but I wanted to give you a quick little look at the calendar. So Veterans Day is coming up. So maybe there's something that you want to do for that. That'll be super helpful. I know one of my clients, they have a lot of retired military personnel who work for them now. And so we're planning to do something around Veterans Day to really showcase and promote and just celebrate the veterans who work for that company. And that's really exciting, but it does take a little bit more effort. So we're planning it now so that we have it prepared and ready for the 11th of November. And then, like I was talking about, you have Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, and then Giving Tuesday. All of those are around the same time. I don't know about you guys, but last year, that whole weekend of Thanksgiving, while I was spending time with family, I was, looking on Instagram, and it was like every other post was some kind of promotion. And so knowing that ahead of time, knowing that people are really going to be pushing into this digital marketing even more so than in the past, might mean that you want to change things up. Maybe look at what you've done in the past, look at what other people have done, see what your competitors have done, and see how you can differentiate yourself, see how you can be different. Giving Tuesday is a really great opportunity as well. I think especially this year, it could be a great way for you to build some goodwill for your business. So maybe instead of promoting something that your business is doing, you can choose to give and donate to a company or to an organization like, the Red Cross, or to any of like Feeding America, those kinds of companies and organizations who are supporting the people who are in need, which there are a lot of people every year, but especially this year. And so that could be a really great opportunity that maybe you haven't really tapped into before. That's something I'm even considering for my business is, instead of trying to promote myself and my own services, maybe there's some kind of fundraiser we can do on that Giving Tuesday that will be really awesome and helpful. And it builds goodwill for your business, right? So it's a little bit of a win for everybody, but ultimately you get to support people who need your help. And then Hanukkah and Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, there's a lot of things going on this year, and we don't know what these days will look like, but planning ahead for those, Christmas is still going to be a major holiday shopping time. And so if you have products or if you have something that you want to sell, making sure you're getting in early, planning ahead. You don't have to post something about these things the day of, but you can be posting up until. So maybe the week of Christmas, you are doing some kind of giveaway or some kind of offer, or maybe for the whole month of December, and you're announcing it on Christmas Eve, some way to start off your new year right. Whatever it is, get creative and think about fun ways that you can really stand out from the crowd. Okay, so I know that was a lot of things. I wanted to give you guys some time for some Q&A, see if there's anything in particular that you wanted to touch on. I know this one was a little bit shorter, but it can be really customized or dependent upon what you're doing for your business to kind of see what works. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat or the Q&A box, and I will be happy to answer them as best I can. All right, let's see. Would it be weird to focus on Valentine's Day? Not at all. I think if you want to, for crafters, especially if you're focusing on connecting to people who are crafting, I would definitely plan ahead for Valentine's Day. These don't have to be just for this holiday season. That's, for November and December. I would recommend doing this for all holidays that are important to your business. So if there's a specific day that you have a lot of traction or that a lot of people use your services or products, I would just plan ahead. There's pretty much nothing wrong with planning early, and then you can always tweak it. That's kind of what I do with most of my posts is, which I've had to do a lot this year, as you can imagine, is I plan ahead and then I make sure to just check in the week before and see, okay, is this still relevant? Is this still, acceptable? Is this language still correct? And so you can definitely plan even as far in advance as Valentine's Day over the next couple months, and just think about what you can do to lead up to that. There's a lot of really great things. That's a great question. And the other thing too that you can do is think about what kind of content you want to be creating. So if there's something that you are really wanting to showcase or advertise over the next couple months, you can definitely start to create content, whether it's videos or blog posts or maybe a podcast. You could do content around those things that'll help to promote your business. And then you can say, starting December 1st, running a giveaway of this for whoever signs up for this product or service, or, things like that. So yeah, feel free to get creative, go a little bit outside the box and think ahead. All right, another question. See, think about doing a Giving Tuesday for some or one of our nonprofits. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Definitely thinking about how we can support other businesses, other organizations is a great way to just use the holiday season as well to really expand your business and do good, at the same time. So I think those are great ideas. All right, any other questions? Yeah. And I do think another great thing is even if you're not doing, so this year, there's not necessarily anything major I'm planning to do for my business, like any discounts or anything like that. And so one thing I'm really wanting to focus on is how I can support other businesses, right? So how can I showcase other small businesses on Small Business Saturday? Or how could I showcase organizations that people can contribute to for Giving Tuesday? Or what can I share about I'm thankful for this year? What other organizations and businesses or connections? Those kinds of things. So even if you're not looking to, push or promote something for your business, there's a lot of great things that you can do around these holidays that will support someone else, which ultimately supports you as well, because, it's great as an opportunity to network and to build some goodwill in your community, but also just to help someone. This year's been kind of crazy. So the holidays I think this year are going to be a lot about helping and serving others just as much as helping ourselves. So I think that's a great idea, guys, too, to think about how you can support other small businesses, support nonprofits, that kind of stuff. All right, let's see. If there's no other questions, then I'm going to let you guys go early today. I know that was a quick one, but there's a couple things just to wrap up. So definitely still going to get the recording, the follow-up email. So if you want to review anything, or if you go back through and think of a new question, feel free to shoot me an email. You guys still have a free 30-minute consultation at any point. So if you want to talk about something specific for your business, or just about your business in general, I'm happy to spend 30 minutes with you and just kind of talk through those things. Next week, we have a guest presenter. It is going to be Archana. She is a client and a friend of mine, and so she's going to be talking about content marketing, and so that'll be really fun. So I hope you guys will join us, and I think it'll be a great opportunity to really talk about content marketing for the future as well. So kind of thinking ahead, thinking about next year, which is kind of crazy to think that we're already planning for 2021, but it'll be a really great time. And Archana is a great and fun presenter and speaker. So I hope you guys will join me next week. And if you have any questions, as always, please feel free to reach out. All right, you guys, have a great weekend.